A day so perfect, they decided to play two. An absolutely glorious day for baseball here in Joliet. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Aaron Schellen, and I will be bringing you doubleheader action today as the St. Francis Fighting Saints play host to the Aquinas Saints. Game one scheduled to start here in just a couple of minutes. Game two to follow not long afterwards. So the Saints come into today's matchup 22-22 on the season, 18-7 in the CCAC standings. They lost their last game, which was a 6-5 loss to St. Xavier back on Tuesday. St. Xavier 33-10 on the season. The Saints dropped that one 6-5 as they gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to allow St. Xavier to come from behind. But other than that loss, things have been looking really, really good for the Fighting Saints here over the last month or so. 8-2 in their last 10. Started the regular season with a record of 4-15. Have gone 18-7 since that difficult start on the other side. Aquinas comes in 16-26 in this non-conference matchup. They belong to the WHAC, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. Aquinas based out of Grand Rapids, 16-26 on the year, 4-10 in the WHAC, and we are about ready to play some baseball here. So your starting lineup for Aquinas today, batting leadoff is the second baseman Dane Smits. In the number 2 hole, the first baseman Nathan Hughes. Mark Binkowski is the shortstop and bats third. The cleanup hitter Braden Naraki plays left. Jake Paganelli does the catching and will bat fifth. Tyler Zammerly is the designated hitter and bats sixth. Braden Brown out in right field hits seventh. Chris Suriel bats eighth and plays third base. And Sean Wing is the center fielder batting ninth, and they will face today Mac Malcheski. 61 degrees at first pitch, 1:04 in the afternoon. That one's fouled off to the left, and Smits quickly behind in the count here, 0-2. These are makeup games from games that were scheduled yesterday. Much, much nicer day here in the Chicagoland area than it was yesterday afternoon for sure. 61 degrees and just a few clouds off in the distance. Beautiful day for some baseball. That one's grounded to the second baseman. McGuire has it, flips to first, 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Malcheski on the season, making his 10th appearance of the year, his 4th start. He's 0-1 with an ERA of just over 11. He's pitched 12 innings in those 9 outings, given up 16 runs. He's walked 17 and struck out 10. Opponents batting .348 against the righty Malcheski, the junior out of Mount Prospect. Pitch is up and in to Nathan Hughes for a ball. Hughes comes in at .317 on the season, 4 home runs, 35 runs knocked in. Those two numbers lead this Aquinas team in both home runs and RBIs on the season. That pitch is inside for a ball, 2-0. Aquinas comes in batting .276 as a team. Not a lot of power, only 16 home runs in their 42 games this season. Hughes again leads the team with 4 as he fists that one off into the seats, 2-1. That one catches the outside corner for a strike, 2-2 now. That one is just inside. I think that hit him, actually. They're going to say that hit him. So down to first base goes Hughes on the hit by pitch. So 1 out base runner here in the first inning for Aquinas, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Mark Binkowski. Binkowski at .301 on the year. 1 home run, 11 runs knocked in. First pitch fouled straight back by Binkowski, 0-1. over to first. Binkowski, a sophomore from Sterling Heights, Michigan. I believe that's a suburb of Detroit. He's behind in the count here, 0-1. Breaking pitch stays upstairs for a ball. Count even at 1. Just 5 games remaining for the Saints on the season, all at home. That one's popped foul back our way. Count goes to 1-2. Runner at first is Nathan Hughes. He reached on a hit by pitch. He was grazed by a 2-2 pitch. Malcheski ahead in the count here, 1-2. Let's see if he can put Binkowski away. Grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop there. Carraro steps on the bag over to first, and that will retire the side on the 6-3 double play. We head to the bottom of the first. Aquinas nothing. St. Francis coming up. Bottom of inning 1 as Mac Malcheski pitches a scoreless first, hits a batter, but induces an inning-ending double play. That'll bring up the Saints here in the bottom of the first, and their starting lineup shakes out like this here for game number 1. Batting leadoff and playing left field today, Jake Vera. In the number 2 hole, the shortstop, Noah Carraro. Batting third and playing first, Eric Maffey. John McGuire will bat cleanup and play second base. Luke Ketchum bats fifth and plays center field today for the Saints. Sam Tumulty will bat sixth and play right. That one's hit out to center field by Vera. 1 away. Scott Tumulty will be the designated hitter today and bat seventh. Alex Martinez is the third baseman today, batting eighth. And batting ninth, the catcher, Liam Higgins, as St. Francis will face Connor Gosselin for Aquinas. Gosselin 4-3 on the year, making his 10th appearance of the year, his 7th start on the season. 4-3 with an ERA of 7.07, 35 2/3 innings on the year. Bunt down by Carraro. That one is going to go foul. 0-2 is the count on Carraro. That one caught the edge of the grass and just hopped to the left. Oh, excuse me, count is 1-1 on Carraro. So Gosselin, 7.07 ERA, 35 2/3 innings. He's allowed 48 hits, 15 walks. He struck out almost a batter an inning, 34 strikeouts in 35 innings. Opponents batting .316 against the righty Connor Gosselin, a sophomore from Battle Creek, Michigan. And Noah Carraro is even in the count here, 1-1. He hits that one in the air out to left, shallow left field. In on it comes Naraki, and he puts that one away, battling the sun. 2 batters, 2 fly ball outs here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up the third place hitter today, Eric Maffey. Maffey 373 on the season, and a lot of lofty batting averages for the St. Francis lineup, which we'll get to at some point during the broadcast, I'm sure. But Maffey 373 on the season, 2 home runs, 27 knocked in. He swings at the first pitch, and there's the first hit of the game for the Saints. A 2-out single to left by Eric Maffey. John McGuire steps in now, and for John, this is his season debut, batting in the cleanup spot here at second base for the Saints. Maffey's off with the pitch, and McGuire fouls that one off to the right. John McGuire, a sophomore from New Lenox. First at bat of the season, behind in the count, 0-1. Grounds that one back up the middle, fielded by Binkowski, and he will step on the second base bag, and that will retire the side. St. Francis picks up a hit and strands a runner. We're through 1, and we're scoreless. Top 2 here from DuPage Medical Group Field between the Aquinas Saints and your St. Francis. Fighting Saints, no score after 1. St. Francis had a 2-out single in that bottom of the first, but Eric Maffey was out on a fielder's choice to end the first inning, and that will send up 4-5-6. Middle of the order here against today's starter, Mac Malcheski. That's Braden Naraki, Jake Paganelli, Tyler Zomerly. First pitch is fouled straight back by Naraki, 0-1. Naraki at 256 on the season, 4 home runs, 23 knocked in for Aquinas. Tied for the team lead with those 4 home runs. That one's right there for a strike. And Malcheski's quickly ahead in the count here, 0-2 on an absolutely beautiful April afternoon. One of not many that we've had so far this spring, so we take advantage of it. That one popped out to right. In on it comes Sam Tumulty, and he will make the running catch. 1 away here in the second. Nice break by Sam out in right field, and he was able to catch that one in stride. 1 out here in the second, and the catcher now, Jake Paganelli, will hit the lefty for Aquinas. Paganelli 258 on the season with 18 runs knocked in. Those have 3 triples. Pitches upstairs for a ball. One pitch is cut on and missed by Paganelli. 1-1 now. The designated hitter Tyler Zomerly will bat next for Aquinas, and if anybody reaches, Braden Brown, the right fielder, would hit. That one's low for a ball. Wind blowing straight out to center field here for game one. That one's outside for a ball, 3-1. So we'll see if that breeze blowing out has any impact on the offense today. A high-powered St. Francis offense is hitting .315 as a team on the season. And there's, that one's called a strike on the outside corner as Paganelli was getting ready to flip that bat over towards the dugout. Malcheski, I think, caught a break there on the 3-1. Nonetheless, we have a full count, 3-2 now on the catcher, Paganelli. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one's hit in the air, out to center field. Back on it goes Ketchum. He takes a couple steps over to his left. Catches it in front of the Aaron sign. 2 up, 2 down here in the second inning. And the designated hitter, Zamerly, will bat now. Tyler Zomerly, 206 on the season. 7 for 34 with 3 runs knocked in. Zomerly's a sophomore from Dorr, Michigan, as he swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. So, like what we see out of Malcheski here through an inning and 2/3. Got a couple ground balls, a couple of pop-outs. He's ahead in the count, 0-1 here to Zomerly. Steps off. That one's popped over to the right side. Maffey drifts into foul territory. And an easy 1-2-3 inning here for Malcheski in the second. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Bottom of 2 here from Joliet. Still no score as both pitchers have pitched scoreless frames thus far. Starting pitcher for St. Francis today, Mac Malcheski, has thrown 2 shutout innings, and Connor Gosselin about to make the start of his second inning of work here, and he will face 5, 6, 7 Luke Ketchum, and then Sam and Scott Tumulty. First pitch to Ketchum. It's hit high in the air out to center field. Not very deep, though. Wing will take a couple steps over to his left, make the catch in right center field. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second inning. Stepping in now, the right fielder, Sam Tumulty. Sam at 302 on the season, 13 knocked in for the right fielder. As he takes that pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitch blocked in the dirt by Paganelli. Count evens at 1. grounded to the left side, foul. Infield playing Tumulty straight up. Outfield shallow and playing Sam to pull a little bit as the center fielder wing is a couple steps over to the left of that second base bag. Center fielder wing is in really, really shallow, as is the right fielder, Braden Brown. It's grounded foul again. Count stays 1-2. 315 team batting average for St. Francis on the season, and team on-base percentage of over 400. And it's gotten even better as of late. They're 6-1 in their last 7 games, outscoring their opposition 78-15 as that one is on the outside corner. Called strike 3, first strikeout of the game for Gosselin. Second out here in the second inning. 78-15 over their last 7 games for St. Francis. This offense has been cooking for a while now, and that will bring up Scott Tumulty now. Scott 303 on the year, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. He grounds that one to the first baseman, and we're going to have a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the second inning here as St. Francis goes in order. We head to the third, still 0-0. Top of the third inning, both teams looking to break through here as we are scoreless through 2, and 7, 8, and 9 against Malcheski here in the third. Braden Brown, Chris Suriel, and Sean Wing. Braden Brown on the season at .292, couple of home runs, 13 knocked in for Aquinas. Pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. That one's blooped to the first baseman, caught over there by Maffey. And that will be the first out, retired here in the third. So 7 straight sent down by Malcheski here to get this thing started. And Chris Suriel will step in now, the number 8 hitter. Suriel, 265 on the season at 9 for 34. 8 runs knocked in for the number 8 hitter, and he takes that pitch over for a strike. And Malcheski's not wasting any time today. He's coming right at these Aquinas hitters and getting ahead in the count. He's up here 0-1. That one misses for a ball. Check swing foul. Count is 1-2 on the number 8 hitter. That one misses for a ball. 2-2. Count is even now. That one's hit in the air out to center field. That one's hit pretty well, but settled underneath it by Ketchum, and he sets down Suriel for the second out here in the third. So 8 up, 8 down so far for Aquinas. We're going to play 2 7-inning games today. Doubleheaders, and Sean Wing, the number 9 hitter, will step in. Wing, 219 on the season, 7 for 32 with 7 runs knocked in. That pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Malcheski's keeping his defenders busy. A couple of groundouts, a couple of pop-ups, and a couple of fly balls to the outfield. That one's lined foul to the right, 1-1. That one's grounded over to third, fielded cleanly by Martinez. Long throw just out of the reach, though, of Maffey. That's going to roll down the right field line. Into second goes Wing. He's going to make the turn. Here comes the throw over to third, and he's going to be out by a mile. So he got a little greedy over there, and he is out at third for the final out of the inning. So an opportunity for Aquinas to get a runner to scoring position, but not to be, as Eric Maffey makes a strong throw over to third. We go to the bottom of the third, still no score. New pitcher on the mound here for Aquinas as we head to the bottom of the third. It is the freshman Kyle Teachworth, a 6'4", 200-pound righty out of Lowell, Michigan. So Gosselin goes the first 2 innings, gives up a hit, doesn't give up a run, doesn't walk anybody, strikes out 1, and he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the St. Francis lineup here in the bottom of the third. Alex Martinez, Liam Higgins, and Jake Vera. And if anybody reaches, Noah Carraro would get a chance to hit. Bottom of the third, still no score. St. Francis lost on Tuesday, but had won their 6 previous games. So 6-1 in their last 7. Martinez takes that pitch over for a strike. 6 of their last 7. They started the season 4-15, but conference play has been good to the Saints as they are 18-7 in conference play this season to even their record at 22-22 as Martinez takes that 0-1 pitch over outside for a ball. Count is even now at 1. Hits this one to the right, out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 to Martinez. Low in for a ball, 2-2. Alex on the season, 267 on the year, has 1 home run, 11 knocked in, leads the team in bases on balls with 23 walks. He grounds that one up the middle. That's going to get into center field for a leadoff single here for the Saints in the 3rd inning. Second base runner of the game for St. Francis. Last one was stranded at first base. Now the catcher, Liam Higgins, will get a chance to hit. Liam 5 for 25 this season with a couple of runs knocked in. Alex 3 for 3 in stolen bases on the year. So he doesn't run a lot, but as a team, St. Francis runs a ton. That one's bunted foul straight back, 0-1. 71 stolen bases in 95 attempts for St. Francis this year in 44 and just over 2 innings of 44 games and just over 2 innings of action. They run a whole lot. Third baseman Chris Suriel even with the grass over at third. Throw back over to first, and Martinez back in safely. Squares to bunt again. This one's low for a ball. 1-1. So next up for St. Francis after this doubleheader today, Indiana Tech, another non-conference foe, comes to DuPage Medical Group Field to take on the Saints as that one's over for a strike. 1-2 now to the number 9 hitter, Liam Higgins. Comes the 1-2, squared to bunt. He gets this one down, bunted back to the pitcher, Teachworth, over to first for the out. So Higgins gets the job done with the 1-3 sacrifice. Sends Martinez up to second now with 1 out here in the third inning. Both teams looking to break the ice, and Jake Vera will step in now. Jake flew out to center field his first time up. Came into the game hitting .366 with a home run and 22 knocked in. Bit of miscommunication here between Paganelli and the new pitcher, Kyle Teachworth. Get that sorted out. Gosselin went the first 2. Connor Gosselin went the first 2, gave up a hit, didn't walk anybody, struck out 1. No action down in the St. Francis bullpen as Malcheski has pitched 3 perfect innings of baseball so far. First pitch to Vera is grounded to the shortstop, fielded to there, throw over to first, and Vera is retired on the 6-3 putout. On the throw, Martinez will go over to third base, and he will sit there with 2 outs now. And Noah Carraro stepping in. Noah looking to drive in a 2-out run here. Noah came in .281 with 27 runs knocked in. 2-out magic here for St. Francis in the third as they look to break the ice in a 0-0 game. Pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. If Carraro reaches, Eric Maffey would get a chance to hit here in the third inning. Swung on and missed. 0-2 on today's starting shortstop in game 1 of this twin 7-inning doubleheader between St. Francis and Aquinas. Here comes the 0-2 to Carraro. That one's low for a ball. Noah has 11 doubles and 3 triples to go with his 27 runs knocked in. Has started 43 of the 44 games for St. Francis on the year. That one's low for a ball as well, 2-2. So with the cold weather and the rain and the wind and everything we've experienced this spring season, Carraro has been out there every single day. Has appeared in more games than any other Saint on the season. That one's low for a ball. So Carraro down in the count, 0-2. Works it full here. Count now 3-2 on the number 2 hitter, Carraro. He's facing the freshman, Kyle Teachworth, in his first inning of relief. The payoff pitch to Carraro is upstairs for a ball. So Noah works a 2-out walk here. And in the count, 0-2. And that will put 2 runners on now with 2 outs, and Eric Maffey stepping in. This is the man you want up with runners on base and 2 outs. Maffey, 373 on the season. 14 doubles, a team-leading 14 doubles, leads the team in hits, has 27 runs knocked in. So the runner at third is Alex Martinez. He reached on a single. Noah Carraro over at first. Throw over to first, and Noah's back in safely. Noah 11 for 13 in stolen bases. You see there that Aquinas thinks that St. Francis might try the old double steal, send Noah down to second, see if they can get him into scoring position, and bring home Martinez on that throw through. There he goes. That one's lined into left field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Carraro hits second. He's going to round third. He's going to jog home. And Eric Maffey with a clutch 2-out, 2-run double here in the third gives the Saints a 2-0 lead. Maffey gave that one a ride, and Carraro was off with the pitch, so he scored easily from first. And St. Francis draws first blood in the bottom of the third. It's 2-0. John McGuire steps in now, looking for some 2-out magic of his own, as the Saints have taken a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. So RBIs number 28 and 29 on the year for Maffey. The junior out of Coal Valley, Illinois. 0-1 is in there for a strike as well, and McGuire finds himself quickly in the hole, 0-2. If McGuire reaches, Luke Ketchum would get a chance to hit. And all Luke has done this year is hit .350 with a team-leading 11 home runs and 39 knocked in. So a very dangerous hitter on deck for St. Francis. Called strike 3, and that will retire the side. But St. Francis gets on the board first. A 2-run double by Eric Maffey puts St. Francis up 2-0. We're headed to the fourth. Malcheski now pitching with a lead. Mack has pitched 3 hitless innings here to get this thing started. The only blip was a hit by pitch back in the first, but that was erased on a 6-3 double play. So 3 innings of no-hit ball for Mac Malcheski. 6'4", 191-pound righty will face the top of the Aquinas order. That one's hit out to left. Vera's going to give chase, but that's going to land foul out of play. Dane Smits grounded out to the second baseman to get this thing started. A .410 batting average for Smits on the year. 57 for 139 on the year. 21 runs knocked in for the second baseman. That one's inside for a ball. 1-1. Smits leads this Aquinas team in batting average and runs and hits and on-base percentage. He has been their leadoff guy most of the season. It looks like the home plate umpire took that pitch off the right foot, so give him a second to regroup. We're ready to go with the 1-1 on Smits. That one's hit out to left. Vera is going to take a couple steps to his right. Puts that one away for the first out here in the 4th inning. So Mac just continues to get it done here. The first 10 batters erased by the St. Francis righty. Sean Wing reached on an error in the top of the 3rd inning on a bad throw by Alex Martinez, but Eric Maffey made a strong throw from foul territory on the first base side to get Sean Wing. That one's hitting the air out to center field. Ketchum has to take a few steps back, but squeezes the glove on that one. 2 away here in the 4th, and Mac's making quick work of this Aquinas lineup here, as that's one pitch to set down Nathan Hughes, and Mark Binkowski now steps in, the number 3 hitter. He grounded into a double play to end the 1st inning. So St. Francis was able to wiggle out of that one, as a nice hard throw from Maffey across the diamond to Martinez got Wing by about 3 or 4 steps, as that pitch is over for a strike to end the 3rd inning. So we're 2 outs here in the 4th, 2 outs, nobody on. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for St. Francis, zeros across the board for Aquinas, as that pitch misses for a ball as well. It's 2-0. I thought that first pitch was a strike. 2-0 is what is up on the scoreboard. That one's popped up. Liam Higgins comes back for it, slides, and it lands on the first row of the St. Francis dugout. Out of play, 2-1 now. If Binkowski reaches, Braden Naraki would hit, the cleanup hitter for Aquinas. Absolutely gorgeous afternoon for baseball. Just a slight breeze that's blowing out towards right center field right now. 61 degrees and a few clouds way off in the distance. So nice. We're going to do 2. Game 2 will be not long after Game 1, as you would expect. The 2-1 pitch to Binkowski. That one's outside for a ball. Count goes to 3-1. Well, the count is 2-2. That is what I thought. Home plate umpires turning around and looking back at us and telling us to fix the scoreboard. So it is 2-2 on Binkowski. See if Mac can put him away here. That's upstairs. Now the count goes full. It's only the 2nd full count pitch here through 3 2/3 innings for Malcheski, who has had some issues with the bases on balls this year, walking 17 in 12 innings, as that one's fouled at the plate by Binkowski. No walks here, though, through 3 2/3 innings, and his offense has given him a 2-0 lead. A 2-run double by Eric Maffey with 2 outs in the 3rd. Malcheski set. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one's popped out to right field. Sam Tumulty comes in on it, has to take a few steps back, and makes the catch. So fly out to left, fly out to center, fly out to right. We head to the bottom of the 4th. St. Francis leads 2-0. Bottom of the fourth inning, St. Francis with a 2-0 lead will send up 5, 6, 7 to face Kyle Teachworth, making his second inning of relief here in the bottom of the fourth. St. Francis touched him up for a couple of runs in the third. They have a 2-0 lead. Leadoff hitter will be Luke Ketchum. Luke, the senior out of Springfield. 351 on the season, a team leading. He's got 11 of the team's 26 home runs on the season, 39 knocked in, and a slugging percentage north of 700. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Anytime you get that slugging percentage up over 7 bills, you know you're having a pretty solid season. And Luke with 11 round trippers on the season to pave the way for the Fighting Saints as he's hit by the 1-1 pitch there. He will trot down to first. Leading off here in the fourth inning, Sam Tumulty now, the right fielder, steps in. Sam struck out looking in the second inning, the only strikeout of the game for today's starter for Aquinas, Connor Gosselin. Sam followed by Scott, with Luke Ketchum down at first. Luke 3 for 4 in stolen bases on the year. That one's hit to the shortstop, fielded cleanly, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. So hit hard by Tumulty, but right at the shortstop Binkowski. Good flip over to Smits. Smits turns it over, and we've got 2 away here quickly in the bottom of the fourth inning with Scott Tumulty stepping in now. Scott, today's designated hitter, grounded out to first to end the second inning. Scott, a freshman out of Villa Park, holds that bat. Looks kind of like Matt Stairs down there in the batter's box. The left-handed hitter holding that bat straight up and down, really tight to his body. It's kind of a Matt Stairs look. That one's low for a ball, 2-0. If he can produce the same power as Matt Stairs did out of that left-handed batter's box, I think all St. Francis fans would be happy there. The 2-0 now. That one's outside for a ball, 3-0. Scott does have 3 home runs on the year, so he's got a little bit of power. He's second on the team in home runs, and only 89 at-bats, those 3 home runs. So he does have a little bit of pop. And that one's in there for a strike. It's fouled straight back. Count goes full, 3-2, I believe. Yep, 3-2 is the count scoreboard. Took a minute to catch up with us, but 3-2 now the count on the number 7 hitter, today's designated hitter, Scott Tumulty. Scott swings through that one, and that will retire the side. So the leadoff hit by pitch goes for naught. We head to the 5th with the Saints leading 2-0. We head to the 5th and a rapidly moving game number 1 here from DuPage Medical Group Field as the St. Francis Saints have taken a 2-0 lead here through 4 innings. And Mac Malcheski, 4 innings, has not given up a run. And that's all I'm going to say. 4, 5, 6, Braden Araki, Jake Paganelli, and Tyler Zomerly. Pitches upstairs for a ball. Here in the top of the fifth, Naraki flied out to right in the second inning. Foul tipped into the mitt of Higgins, 1-1. So 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for St. Francis, and a whole bunch of zeros up there for Aquinas through 4. That one's popped foul. It's going to get out of play, 1-2. Malcheski still looking for his first strikeout. Also hasn't walked anybody, and that's been an issue for him this year. As I mentioned last inning, 17 bases on balls in 12 innings of work. So through 4 today, no walks, no strikeouts, keeping his defense on their toes. That one's hit down the right field line. In on it comes Tumulty, and he makes the catch in foul ground. 1 away here in the 5th. Sam went a long way to his left into foul territory to make that running catch. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, Jake Paganelli. The catcher steps up. Paganelli flew out to center field in the second inning. A lot of fly ball outs by Malcheski here. The last 4 batters have all been retired on fly outs. He's had 7 fly ball outs as that one's hammered down the right field line, but well foul, 0-1. 7 fly ball outs, 2 pop outs, and 3 ground outs. The 0-1. That one is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. So Malcheski been getting ahead of these Aquinas hitters all afternoon. He's gone to 2 full count pitches, or counts rather. That one's hit in the air, out to right field. Tumulty goes back on it. He's at the wall, and that one is gone. Jake Paganelli, the first hit of the game, comes with 1 out here in the 5th, and it is a solo home run for Paganelli, and that cuts the lead in half. It is 2-1 for Paganelli. That's his first home run of the season. And the no-hit bid for Malcheski is broken up after 4 1/3 inning on the fly ball, home run to right by Paganelli, and Tyler Zamerly will step in now. He popped out to Eric Maffey in foul territory in the second inning, and that was on an 0-2 pitch. It's one that if you're Mac Malcheski, you probably want to have back. That one's popped up on the left side. Alex Martinez puts the hand up, blocks the sun, makes the catch for the second out here in the 5th. So 2 away. In the top of the 5th, St. Francis now with a 2-1 lead on Aquinas. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 14, Braden Brown. A .292 hitter, a couple of home runs, 0 for 1, popped out to the first baseman to start off the 3rd inning. 13, the first 13 batters were retired by Malcheski. He did hit a batter, erased him on a double play. Sean Wing reached on an error but was thrown out trying to extend that error to 3 bases. Those are the only 2 base runners of the game for Aquinas before the home run. So that one's in there for a strike as well, 0-2. So Jake Paganelli takes that one to right and breaks up the no-hitter after 4 1/3 innings. Just misses. The entire left side of the St. Francis infield started to make their way towards the dugout, but that was called a ball. Count goes 1-2. If Brown reaches, Chris Suriel, the 3rd baseman, would hit. Breaking pitch does not break, 2-2. Malcheski delivers. That one's misses for a ball, so the count goes full. That fly ball finally came back to bite Malcheski. He had 7 fly ball outs, as that one's off the inside foot of Braden Brown for the foul ball. 7 fly ball outs before that home run by Paganelli. His first home run of the year on an 0-2 pitch. Cut the lead in half, so 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for St. Francis. Now 1-1-0 for Aquinas. Just gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. And just to make things as confusing as possible on this announcer, you got two teams whose mascots are St. Bernards. Swung on and missed, and Malcheski picks up his first strikeout of the game. Aquinas does get to him, though, for a home run by Jake Paganelli. We are through 4.5. Fighting Saints with a 2-1 lead. Bottom of inning 5, St. Francis with a 2-1 lead. A couple of runs in the third on a 2-out double by Eric Maffey would give St. Francis a 2-0 lead, and then a solo home run by the catcher Jake Paganelli in the top of the fifth broke up the no-hitter. So we head to the bottom of the fifth with St. Francis up 2-1. Alex Martinez will lead off. Alex singled and scored in the third. He was the first run to score on that 2-run double by Maffey back in the third. We'll see if he can get this inning started and get on base here as well as he takes that pitch inside for a ball. Liam Higgins in the on-deck circle. St. Francis looking to move over 500 at 23-22 on the season if they can win this one here. It would be the first time all season that they were over 500 as that pitch is outside for a ball. Second time all season, rather, as they were over 500 at 22-21 before their loss on Tuesday. That one catches the inside corner for a strike, 2-2. They were 22-21 after a 12-1 victory over Lincoln College back on Saturday. That record went even with that 6-5 loss to St. Xavier as that one catches the outside corner, I guess, and Alex Martinez will go down looking for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Third strikeout of the afternoon by Kyle Teachworth, who is into his third inning of relief for the starter Connor Gosselin. Number 9 hitter Liam Higgins will step in now. Liam had a sacrifice bunt in the first. Pitch misses for a ball. That one misses outside as well. So Higgins up in the count here, 2-0. The leadoff hitter Jake Vera bats next. That one, I guess, catches the inside corner for a strike. Home plate umpire has been calling that inside pitch a strike most of the afternoon. But that one looked a little bit inside, so Liam takes a couple of steps outside of the batter's box, digs back in. He is ready. That one almost hits him. 3-1. Liam right on top of the plate, standing right at the edge of that right-handed batter's box. Trying to get Teachworth to miss over the plate. That one's low for a ball, and Higgins will draw a one-out walk here in the fifth. Second walk of the game for Teachworth. The last one came around to score, so let's hope for more of the same here in the 5th. Jake Vera steps in. Jake's 0 for 2. Flew out in the first, grounded out to short his last time up. Jake, a .366 hitter on the season. 22 runs knocked in. Throw over to first. Higgins back in safely. Liam does not have a stolen base attempt on the season. But this St. Francis team, as I mentioned, they do like to run 71 stolen bases in 44 games. There goes Higgins. The ball hits Vera off either the right foot or the inside of that right knee. Either way, he's going to go down to first with the second hit by pitch here by Teachworth through 2 1/3 innings. So St. Francis threatens here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 on, 1 out. Noah Carraro steps in. Noah walked and scored his last time up. He was off with the pitch when Eric Maffey lined a 2-run double down the left field line. He scored easily from first. Now he has 2 on with 1 out in the 5th. Huge hole on that right side if he can punch one over there. That pitch is inside for a ball. Second baseman Dane Smith only a few steps away from the bag, and the first baseman Nathan Hughes playing behind Jake Vera over at first. So a big hole on that right side. No, he hits this one out to left field instead, though. That's going to be back and over the head of the left fielder Naraki. In from third comes Higgins. Vera right behind him, and he will score on the 2-run double by Noah Carraro, and it's 4-1 Fighting Saints. Two-run double off the bat of the number 2 hitter, and St. Francis has extended their lead. It is 4-1 for Carraro. RBIs 28 and 29 of the year. And good base running by Jake Vera. He could see right off the bat that was going to get over the head of Naraki, and he was only about 3 or 4 steps behind Liam Higgins as he was off and scored easily from second. I think we're going to have a pitching change here. We will. So it looks like a righty is going to be coming in for Aquinas. We will give you the details on the other side. The new pitcher for Aquinas here in the bottom of the 5th is the righty Grant Martin, a sophomore out of Rockford, Michigan. Grant making his 7th appearance of the season, including 1 start. He's 1-1 with an ERA of 12.10. He's worked 9 2/3 innings, Given up a lot of base runners, 11 hits and 9 walks, but has a huge arm. 17 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings. Opponents batting .306 against the big righty. That one's hit deep out to center field. Wing goes back on it. That's going to get well over his head. That's high off the wall, and that is gone. Eric Maffey gave it a ride off the batter's eye out in straightaway center field. One pitch. St. Francis is up by 5. So for Maffey, that is his 3rd hit of the game. He has 4 RBIs now, and St. Francis has opened this one up in the 5th with a 4-run 5th inning. It is 6-1 now, and John McGuire will step in for Maffey. That was home run number 3 on the season. He's got 31 knocked in now. It's fouled off to the right. So Teachworth's book is closed. He pitched 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, gave up 5 runs. They were all earned. He walked 2, struck out 3. That one is inside for a ball. McGuire 0 for 2, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out looking. Back in the 3rd. So St. Francis looking to improve to 23-22 on the season. They put up 4 here in the 5th. That one misses for a ball as well. 2-1. Maffey hit that one to straightaway center field above that 400 sign out there in dead center field off the batter's eye. One's grounded hard to the shortstop. Binkowski bobbles it, picks it up, and throws out McGuire for the 2nd out here in the 5th. Luke Ketchum, the center fielder, hit here now. Luke 0 for 1. He flew out in the 2nd and was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. So Eric Maffey, a triple away from the cycle. Singled in the 1st, doubled in the 3rd, homered his last time up. And the Saints have opened this one up with a 4-run 5th. 0-1. Home run number 27 on the year for Saints batters. The 3rd for Eric Maffey. Moves into a 3-way tie for 2nd place with Scott Tumulty and Gio Pappas. That one sliced foul out of play. 0-2. This is a rapidly moving game until the 5th inning here as St. Francis has opened things up a bit. The 0-2. Low and in for a ball. Luke with 11 of the now 27 St. Francis home runs on the season. He's also been hit by 11 pitches on the year, so a ball magnet. He does not check his swing. He goes around. That will be strike 3, but St. Francis strikes for 4. We head to the 6th with the Fighting Saints up 6-1. New pitcher on the mound here for St. Francis as we go to the top of the 6th. It is Matt Lopez. Matt's making his 10th appearance of the season. The sophomore from Morris, 5'9", 165 pounds. His 10th appearance of the season. He's 2-0 with an ERA of 5.27, 13 2/3 innings. He's given up 11 hits, walked 8, struck out 9. Opponents batting just .229 against Lopez, and he will face 8-9-1 for Aquinas, Surreal, Wing, and Dane Smits back up at the top of the order. Mac Malcheski put in an absolutely brilliant pitching performance today as he went the first 5, gave up just 1 hit. It's a solo home run by Jake Paganelli in that 5th, gave up that 1 run, did not walk a single batter, struck out 1, was terrific from the get-go. That one's lined up the middle. That's going to get into center field for a leadoff single here for Chris Surreal in the top of the 6th inning. So Mac had come into this one with some control problems. 17 walks in 12 innings. Did not walk a batter in 5. So terrific pitching performance by Malcheski here, and we'll see if Lopez can get through the 6th unscathed, as that is the 2nd hit of the game for Aquinas. A leadoff single, and Sean Wing will step in now. Ball gets away from the catcher, and Surreal will go down to second base on the wild pitch. So Wing was squaring to bunt, but the pitch was nowhere near the plate. It was in the left-handed batter's box. Higgins could not block that one. So down to second now goes Surreal with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for St. Francis, 1-2-0 for Aquinas. Aquinas was shut out in their last game. They lost 6-0 back on Tuesday. They only had 2 hits in that game as well. So 4 hits in the last 14 innings for this Aquinas offense. But they do have a runner at second here with nobody out and a 2-0 count on the number 9 hitter, Sean Wing. Swung on and missed that time by Wing, 2-1. So first 2 pitches from Lopez to Wing were way outside of the strike zone. That one was a little bit closer, and he got Wing to bite, 2-1. Outfield shaded slightly towards right field. That one's grounded foul to the left. Out of the reach of the third baseman, Alex Martinez, count even at 2. Lopez looking for strikeout number 10 on the season in 13 2/3 innings. The 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit out to right. 1 hop by Tumulty, and he will throw that one in. Misses the cutoff man, but 1 hops Liam Higgins, and Wing picks up a single here. So 2 on with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning for Aquinas. So Mac Malcheski went the first 5, gave up 1 hit. Matt Lopez has come on here in the 6th, giving up a couple of singles to the 2 batters he's faced, and he will face a very dangerous hitter now in Dane Smits. Dane 0 for 2. Grounded out and flew out, but came into this game hitting .410 on the season. Middle infield at double play depth. Willing to concede that run from third in exchange for an out. They're not going to get one here, though, as Smits lines an RBI single into right field. Surreal will come in to score. Wing will stop at second, and it is 6-2. Smits not wasting any time. Swings at that first pitch, lines a base hit to right. Nathan Hughes now. Hughes 0 for 1. Flew out to center his last time up. Was hit by a pitch back in the first and erased on a double play. Doesn't get any easier. He's the team leader in home runs and RBIs for Aquinas. 4 home runs, 35 runs knocked in to go along with a .317 batting average. So Aquinas not going quietly here in this one as they trail 6-2 now. That one's in there for a strike. There was double-barreled action down in the St. Francis bullpen, so there may be another pitcher ready to go, but this looks like it's going to be Matz to try to wiggle out of here. Second baseman John McGuire, a couple of steps behind the second base bag and to the right. So they're looking for a 6-4-3 or 4-6-3 twin killing if they can get that ground ball. That one misses low and away for a ball, 1-1. strikeout, pop-up, or ground out at one of those infielders is what we're looking for here. Counts 1-1 on Hughes. Checks swing, and that one is going to go foul to the right. And Lopez ahead in the count here, 1-2. He got ahead of Wing 1-2, and not or 0-2, and not able to put him away. See if he can set down Nathan Hughes, who's only struck out 10 times in 139 at bats on the season, so he does not strike out a lot. And just misses the outside corner for a ball, 2-2. Higgins tried to pull that one back and get that call. 2-2 the pitch. Misses again outside, 3-2. And Matt's been missing a lot to that outside corner here early on through his first 3+ batters. Needs to pull that one back just a smidge to that outside corner. Count is full. Runner at second is Sean Wing. Runner at first, Dane Smits. Nathan Hughes, the payoff pitch. That one's going to be blooped into center field. That's going to get down for a hit in front of Ketchum. All the runners will advance 90 feet, and the bases are loaded here with nobody out in the 6th. And the tying run coming to the plate in the batter of Mark Binkowski. Binkowski grounded into a double play in the first, flew out to right in the 4th. So St. Francis needed every one of those 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, as Aquinas has tacked one on here in the top of the 6th, loaded the bases with nobody out. We're going to have a meeting on the mound, and there is some quick action down there in the St. Francis bullpen. Trying to get a number down there. These old eyes aren't what they used to be. It's a single digit. That's all I can tell you down there. Single digit warming up down in the bullpen. It's a big right-hander. And if you're St. Francis here, 4-run lead, conversation on the mound about where to go with the ball. You're hoping for a pop-out or a strikeout or a ground ball right at an infielder. Gladly give up a run here in exchange for an out. As the bases are loaded with nobody out in the 6th. St. Francis with a 6-2 lead, as that one is called a strike on Binkowski. I think that's number 9 down there, Quinn McGuire. That one's grounded to the third baseman, fielded by Martinez, over to second, on to first. They're not able to turn it, so they do get at least one out there, as Binkowski will reach on the fielder's choice. Drive in Sean Wing from second. On to third goes Dane Smith, and it is 6-3 now. St. Francis runners at the corners, and Braden Naraki will step in for Binkowski, RBI number 12 on the season. A couple of fly balls to right for Naraki. Here's another fly ball out to right. That one's hit well deep to right field, and just foul. Very loud strike on Naraki, who hit that one a ton down past that 327 mark in straightaway right field, but it hooked just foul. Naraki is the tying run at the plate, as Aquinas has played it a couple here in the 6th to get this within a 3-score game, 6-3. That one on the outside corner for a strike. So Lopez up in the count again at 0-2. He's gone either 0-2 or 1-2 on 3 of the 6 hitters he's faced, and so far he hasn't been able to put him away. So we'll see what he can do with Naraki here. Naraki hits this one to the other side. Long run Vera. That's going to go foul. Naraki, 23 strikeouts on the season, 117 plate appearances, so pretty good bat control out of the left fielder. Strikeout here for Lopez would be huge in keeping that runner at third base with less than 2 outs. That runner is Dane Smits. Runner over at first is Mark Binkowski. That one's hit out to center field. In on it comes Ketchum. Oh, it's going to be shallower than that. That ball tricked my eyes. That was a pop out to the shortstop, Noah Carraro, and that's exactly what you needed right there with one out and a runner at third. The weak pop out to Naraki, 2 away, or to Carraro off the bat of Naraki, 2 away. Jake Paganelli steps in. Paganelli broke up the no-hit bid of Mac Malcheski. Mac had not given up a hit through 4 1/3 innings. Paganelli turned on a fastball and hit a solo home run to right to break up the no-hitter and give Aquinas their first run of the game. Takes that pitch outside for a ball, so he's up now as the tying run. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, 2 runs in here for Aquinas in the 6th. That one's popped straight back my way, literally right on top of my head. 1-1, bounces down in front of me. One of these games, I'm going to bring one of those big nets, and I'm going to get myself a foul ball up here. 1-1, the count on Paganelli. Smits at third, Binkowski at first. That one's fouled straight back, 1-2. So Matt trying to work out of a jam here. He's given up 4 hits and 2 runs, but he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this thing and getting it back to his offense with a 3-run lead. Lopez is ready. Checks the runner at first. Comes home with it. That one's hit out to center field. Ketchum is not going to get there. That's going to get down for a hit. Binkowski's going to make his way over to third. Smits is in from third. And that is an RBI single for Paganelli, and it is 6-4. Runners still at the corners now with 2 outs. And I think that's going to do it here for Lopez. And we have a pinch runner down at first. Nathan Wilcox will pinch run. And that will do it for Lopez here. We have a new pitcher, and we will give you the details on the other side with the Saints leading 6-4. New pitcher for St. Francis is the righty Quinn McGuire. Quinn making his 11th appearance of the season, all in relief. He's 0-2 with an ERA of 7.56, 16 2/3 innings for Quinn, 15 hits. He's only walked 5, struck out 7. Opponents batting .238. Off of the freshman from New Lenox, Quinn McGuire. First pitch in to Zammerly is a strike, 0-1. Zammerly 0 for 2, popped out his last time up. Here comes the 0-1. That one's low for a ball, 1-1. So Matt Lopez went 2/3 of an inning. He is responsible for both runners. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs so far. No walks, no strikeouts. Quinn McGuire looking to get out of this one. Throw over to first to keep Wilcox honest over there at first. Nathan Wilcox pinch running for Jake Paganelli, who has 2 hits in the last 2 innings. That one's in for a strike. 1-2 now. In the bottom of the 6th, St. Francis will send up Tumulty, and Martinez. It sounds like a law firm in the bottom of inning number 6. That one misses for a ball. 2-2. Blocked nicely by the catcher, Liam Higgins. If Zommerly reaches, Braden Brown would hit here in the 6th inning. Zommerly's the 8th man to bat for Aquinas here in the 6th. That one's hit off to the right, out of play, stays 2-2. Runner at third is Mark Binkowski. Runner at first is Nathan Wilcox. Pinch running for Jake Paganelli. 5 singles for Aquinas here in the 6th inning have led to 3 runs. So nothing hit incredibly hard off Matt Lopez. That one's grounded weakly up the middle, fielded by Carraro. Quick throw over to first, and Zommerly beats that one out. An RBI single will send Wilcox down to second, bring Binkowski in from third, and we got a 1-run game, guys. It is 6-5. So McGuire got what he wanted, a ground ball on the infield, but it was hit just too softly, and Noah couldn't do anything with it at shortstop. Got there as quickly as he could, made a hard, accurate throw over to first, but Zommerly was able to beat that out, and Braden Brown, the 9th man to hit here in the 6th inning. So 4 runs on 6 singles for Aquinas, has got this thing within a run again. It is 6-5. All 4 of those runs by St. Francis clearly were needed. The bottom of the 5th. They lead now just by a run. The 0-1. That one's lined back up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit, and Wilcox will come in to score. And we got a brand new ball game here in the 6th as Aquinas has batted around. They have put up 5, and it is 6-6. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs, and Chris Surreal will step in. Surreal singled to get this thing started. He scored. We got a brand new ball game in the top of the 6th inning as we are knotted at 6. So Matt Malcheski, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run here in the 6th inning off of 2 St. Francis relievers. 5 runs on 7 hits. That one gets away. Here comes the runner in from third. The throw's going to get away from McGuire, and Aquinas takes the lead here in the 6th inning on the passed ball, and error on the catcher on the throw. Down to second goes Braden Brown, and Aquinas now leads this one 7-6. As they have scored 6 runs on 7 hits. Runner at second now is Brown. Pitch is upstairs for a ball, 2-0. So just like that, St. Francis came into this inning up 6-1. They're going to come out of this inning needing some runs to keep this one going. Action down in the Saints bullpen again. Another righty down there. Quinn McGuire facing his third batter here as he's given up singles to each of the first 2 hitters he has faced. 7 singles here in the 6th inning have led to 6 Aquinas runs and turn a 6-1 deficit into a 7-6 lead. That one misses for a ball, and the count is 3-0. The 3-0 pitch is pumped in there for a strike. 3-1 on Surreal. The 10th man to bat here in the 6th inning. 3-1. Breaking pitch. Catches the top of the strike zone, I guess. Count is full at 3-2. So 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Aquinas now. 6-5-2 for the Saints. Costly error here in the 6th on the throw from the catcher, Liam Higgins. and swung on and missed for strike 3. But huge inning for Aquinas. They put up 6, and St. Francis now trails this one 7-6 as we head to bottom of inning number 6. St. Francis has some work to do here as they now trail for the first time today. They need a run here in the 6th to keep this thing going. They trail 7-6 as Aquinas put up 6 runs in the top of the 6th. They will send up 6, 7, and 8 against Grant Martin. That one's hit down the left field line, but that's going to hook foul off the bat of Sam Tumulty. Sam's 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the 2nd, grounded into a double play in the 4th. It'll be Sam Tumulty, Scott Tumulty, and Alex Martinez to face Grant Martin. 6, 7, 8 for St. Francis. He scored 4 runs in the 5th, and you thought that would be enough with the way things were going. They were up 6-1. They'd given up 1 hit in the ball game, and things just fell apart in the top of the inning as Aquinas 6 runs on 7 singles, aided by a St. Francis error. That one hits Tumulty to lead off the bottom of the 6th here, so he will reach. It's the 3rd hit by pitch for St. Francis batters today. Scott Tumulty will step in now. He grounded out in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. Sam at first, Scott at the dish, Alex Martinez in the on-deck circle, and we're going to have a meeting on the mound. I don't know if there's going to be a pitching change. We have somebody warming up down there, but he's just getting started. So it looks like might be trying to give the bullpen a little bit of time here. Grant Martin. I mentioned he puts hitters on base. 20 base runners in 9 2/3 innings coming into this one. He's pitched 2/3 of an inning, and he gave up a 2-run home run, and he's hit a batter here. So continues to put runners on. Scott Tumulty, sophomore. Sam at first, Scott at the dish. Scott swings through that one, 0-1. Right-handed action down in the Aquinas bullpen. Throw over to first. Tumulty back in safely. Sam 10 for 12 in stolen bases on the season. So he does like to run. This St. Francis team in general likes to run. Scott squares to bunt, gets that bunt down. Nice bunt, fielded by Surreal. Throw over to first, and Sam is in to second. So Scott gets the job done with the 5-3 sacrifice bunt, and that will bring up Alex Martinez now, the 3rd baseman. With a 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, St. Francis trails by a run. Tying run is at second base. Alex Martinez is at the dish. Alex 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th. Liam Higgins stands in the on-deck circle. See what Alex can do here with a runner at second and one out. He went around. Nothing in one. Alex with 11 runs knocked in this is 28th start of the season, 33rd game overall. There's a breaking pitch that's over for a strike, and Alex finds himself quickly in the hole, 0-2. So despite giving up a towering 2-run home run off the bat of Eric Maffey, if Martin can shut down the inning here in the 6th and Aquinas can get through the 7th, he'll pick up the win. That one misses for a ball. 1-2, bottom of 6. Sam Tumulty at second, Alex Martinez at the dish, Grant Martin on the mound. St. Francis now behind 7-6. Fouled at the plate, count stays 1-2. Pair of 7-inning games this afternoon. Just an absolutely beautiful day for baseball in Joliet. Here comes the 1-2. Check swing, he held up. Yes, he did. 2-2. The count now on Alex Martinez. Eric Maffey has been the big bat for St. Francis today, going 3 for 3 with 4 runs knocked in. Some confusion about the count. Shows 2-2 up on the scoreboard, so that's what I have here. I think everybody's agreeing that the count is 2-2. I think we're all in agreement that the count is 2-2 on the third baseman, Alex Martinez. Hits this one out to right, but that's going to slice foul and out of play. Martinez battling here, looking for one that he can drive. Alex with a little bit of pop. Only has 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run in his 23 hits on the season. But gets on base at a pretty high clip. A team leading 23 bases on balls. Gives him an on-base percentage of close to .440. We'll do the 2-2 again. That one misses for a ball. Count is full. Sam Tumulty is at second. He reached after being hit by a pitch to lead off the inning. He was sacrificed down to second by Scott Tumulty. Alex Martinez has the count full on him. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed on the high, hard one. And down goes Martinez. Second strikeout of the game for Martin. 2 away here in the 6th. That will bring up the number 9 hitter, Liam Higgins. Liam does not have an official at bat today. Had a sac bunt in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. If he reaches, it'll get back up to the top of the order in Jake Vera. Grounded over to the right side, fielded by Smits, and that will retire the side here in the 6th. As St. Francis gets a man to second, but unable to drive him home. We head to the 7th. Fighting Saints trail, 7-6. Top of the 7th inning, 9-1-2 for Aquinas here against Quinn McGuire. Aquinas sent 10 men to the plate in that 6th inning against Matt Lopez and McGuire. Wing singled and scored in the 6th. He's going to single here to lead off the 7th. So he's been on base 3 times out of the number 9 hole for Aquinas. That is hit number 9, a single number 9 for Aquinas here. They had 1 hit through 5. They now have 7 runs and 9 hits through 6+. The leadoff hitter, Dane Smits, singled and scored in the 6th as well. He swings at the first pitch and misses, 0-1. The 0-1 to Smits. He gets that one down, fielded by McGuire. Throw over to first, and down to second goes Wing on the sac bunt. We've seen some good bunting in this one. A couple of sac bunts for St. Francis. One there by Aquinas. They get the runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 7th, and Nathan Hughes, who singled last time, will step in. First pitch is in there for a strike, I believe. 0-1. That one's hit in the air out to center field. Back on it goes Ketchum, and he does just that as Wing will tag up and move over to third on the fly out to right. So 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, rather. Runner on third base now. And that will bring up the number 3 hitter, Mark Binkowski. Binkowski had an RBI fielder's choice his last time up. He scored. He's 0 for 2 officially, grounded into a double play to end the first. That breaking pitch stays upstairs for a ball. So big out here for Quinn McGuire, trying to keep this thing a 1-run game and get the ball back to the top of his lineup, down by a run going into the 7th rather than down by 2. 1-0 the count on Binkowski. That one's hit to left, and that's going to get that run home into the left field corner. Going to be cut off there, and Binkowski will hustle into second, and he is out at second. Strong throw from Jake Vera into the second baseman, John McGuire, but it does bring home a run. So St. Francis is going to need 2 in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 8-6. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Defensive replacement out in left field for Aquinas. Nathan Wilcox will take over in left for Braden Naraki. And Grant Martin out there trying to close this out, trying to close out his own win as he is in line for the victory. He will face the top of the St. Francis lineup: Jake Vera, Noah Carraro, Eric Maffey, and if anybody reaches, John McGuire. Vera 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th. St. Francis needs a couple. Vera squares the bunt, takes that one low. They were up in this one 6-1 going into the 6th inning and looked to be in complete control. But over the last 2 innings, 7 runs on 9 singles for Aquinas has given them an 8-6 lead here. Vera hits this one high in the air out to deep right center field. That one is back, and that one is gone. Jake Vera gives that one a ride, and the Saints have cut the lead to 1. It is 8-7. Vera got all of that one, and for Jake, that is his 2nd home run of the season, 2nd of the game for St. Francis, and I think that might be it for Grant Martin as Vera cuts the lead in half from 8-6 to 8-7, and that will do it for Grant Martin. We'll come back with the particulars on the new reliever here in just a moment. New pitcher for Aquinas is the righty Hunter Morrison. Hunter making his 12th appearance of the season, all in relief. He's 3-2 with an ERA of 8.35 on the year. 18 and a third innings. He's given up 17 hits. He's walked 10, struck out 15. Opponents are batting .246 against the junior from Reed City, Michigan, Hunter Morrison. And his first batter will be Noah Carraro. Noah had a 2-run double his last time up. He scored a couple of runs, and the dangerous Eric Maffey, who's had a huge game, stands in the on-deck circle. So St. Francis has got themselves within a run. It's 8-7. Noah with a hit, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs out of the number 2 hole. And Eric Maffey, who has 3 hits and 4 RBIs, stands in the on-deck circle. First pitch to Carraro is upstairs for a ball. That ball has been carrying today as we've had 2 homers, 1 home run to right, 1 to right center, and 1 to dead center. So that wind is blowing out. That pitch is looked outside. They called a strike. Guess that caught the outside corner. I'm not right behind home plate. I'm offset a little to the left. That one's upstairs for a ball, so it's hard to see those inside-outside pitches from where I'm sitting, but at any rate, the count's 2-1 on Carraro. Noah has walked. He walked and scored in the 3rd, and then doubled and scored his last time up. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back 2-2. So St. Francis took a 2-0 lead in the third inning on a 2-run double by Eric Maffey. It would stay that way to the fifth when Jake Paganelli would hit his first home run of the year for Aquinas to get within a run. A 4-run bottom of the fifth. That pitch is called strike 3, and Noah didn't like that one, and I can understand why. That looked outside from here, but that will be called strike 3. Noah goes down looking, and that will bring up Eric Maffey. The aforementioned Eric Maffey, 3 for 3. A home run, a double, and 4 runs knocked in here in this one. So St. Francis would take a 6-1 lead in the fifth on a 2-run double by Carraro and a 2-run home run by Eric Maffey. That one's topped at the plate, foul, 0-1. But Aquinas would death by 1,000 paper cuts, I guess you could say, as they would score 6 runs on 7 singles in the 6th inning. Then they would tack on another one on a couple more singles in the 7th. Solo home run by Vera here in the 7th has made this a 1-run game again, 8-7, with Eric Maffey at the dish and down in the count, 0-1. Hits this one on the button out to left center field. That's going to get down 4 extra bases. That's going to split the defenders. And Maffey's going to hit second, and he will hold up there with a 1-out double here in the bottom of the 7th. And for Eric Maffey, that is his 4th hit of the game and his 2nd double. A home run, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs for Maffey. And if this game was not close, if St. Francis was still up 6-1 or 7-1, something tells me you could have seen him take off for third there and try to pick up the cycle. But as it stands, he will hold up at second. Stepping in now is John McGuire. John, 348, home run, 20 runs knocked in. That one's low for a ball. John is 0 for 2 in this one. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, struck out in the third, grounded out in the 5th. Looking to get home the tying run here in the 7th. Grounds this one up the middle. Shortstop Binkowski has it on to first for the out, and Maffey will go down to third on the ground out. So the tying run is 90 feet away here for St. Francis in the bottom of the 7th, and Luke Ketchum stepping in. Luke looking for his 12th home run of the year to send St. Francis fans off happy here in the bottom of the 7th. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Aquinas. 7-2 for your Saints. First pitch to Ketchum is hit out to left. That's going to get down. That's going to get past the left fielder, Wilcox, up against the wall. In comes the tying run, Eric Maffey, and Luke Ketchum into second with a 2-out RBI double, tying this one at 8. So Ketchum wastes no time at all, swings at the first pitch he sees, and ties this one at 8 in the 7th inning for Luke. That's RBI number 40 in 42 games. And Sam Tumulty steps in with a chance to be the hero. This game is now tied at 8. Sam 0 for 2, struck out, grounded into a double play, and was hit by a pitch, looking to get home Ketchum from second base. That one gets away. Ketchum's going to try for third, the throw down, and he is in safely. Ketchum with a great jump off of second base there to get into third on the pass ball. So now the winning run is 90 feet away. Sam Tumulty looking to get that ball into the outfield on the ground, or just get the ball down somewhere and get into first base safely. 1-0 to Tumulty. Misses for a ball, 2-0. If Sam reaches, Scott would bat next. Sam with 13 runs knocked in on the season, hitting .302 coming into today's matchup. And it looks like they're going to intentionally walk Tumulty here. So runners now at the corners. Wanted to see, I guess, if Sam would get himself out with one of those first couple of pitches, but when the count went 0-2, they just put him on. So Sam's on for the second time today. Scott steps in 0 for 2. Had a sack bunt his last time up, so Scott looking to be the hero. Runners at the corners now. Luke Ketchum at third, Sam Tumulty at first. Scott Tumulty at the dish. Scott, 16 runs knocked in to go along with 3 home runs on the season. Runner takes off, grounded to the second baseman, and we're going to play extra baseball, free baseball, here from DuPage Medical Group Field. We go to the 8th, tied at 8. New pitcher on the mound here in the 8th for St. Francis is the righty Zach Blazkowicz. Zach making his 13th appearance of the season. He's 1-0. All of his appearances have been in relief. 1-0 with an ERA of 2.70 on the year. 20 innings of work. He's given up 21 hits, walked 9, struck out 13. Opponent's hitting .269 against the righty Blazkowicz, the freshman from right here in Joliet. And he will face 4, 5, 6 Naraki, Wilcox, and Zammerly here in the 8th, as that first pitch is over for, or is a ball to Naraki, 1-0. Naraki 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts and a pop out. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. So free baseball as we play extras here in game 1 of today's doubleheader. That one's popped in the air over to the right side. McGuire settles underneath it, makes the one-handed catch for the first out here in the 8th. Jake Paganelli will bat now. He's been a problem so far here this afternoon. Couple of hits for Aquinas, including a solo home run. Misses there for a ball. He broke up the no-hitter in the 5th as the starting pitcher, Mac Malcheski, had pitched 4 1/3 no-hit baseball before that home run. That one smoked foul down the right field line. Another good swing by Paganelli. Hits that one a ton, but foul. And that one is going to hit Paganelli off that front foot. And he will go down to first as he is hit by a pitch with one out here in the 8th inning. Tyler Zommerly steps in now. He's 1 for 3. Singled and drove in a run his last time up. The designated hitter today. Aquinas came in 16-26 on the season. That pitch is low for a ball. But they have plugged away at this one as things were looking bleak for them entering the 6th inning. But 9 singles and 7 runs later, here we are in extra innings. Throw over to first. Paganelli back in safely. 1-0 the count on Zommerly here in the top of the 8th. 1 out, runner at first. Blazkowicz comes home with it. That one catches the corner for a strike. No action in either bullpen here. Quinn McGuire went an inning and a third. He gave up 3 hits, a couple of runs. He struck out a batter. That one's grounded to Martinez. A long way over to first. Tries to turn it over. And Zommerly is in safely down there. But they do get the lead runner at second. So 2 away now. And the runner still at first base as Zommerly replaces Paganelli down at first. And Braden Brown will step in. Brown 1 for 3. He singled and drove in a run in the 6th. As Aquinas sent 10 men to the plate in that 6th inning, scoring 6 runs on 7 singles and an error. Breaking ball in there for a strike as that pitch got Brown to step in the bucket with that front foot. He bailed out, and that caught the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Over to first. And the one thing St. Francis has done well today is they haven't walked anybody. So they haven't gotten themselves into trouble with the bases on balls. They've only struck out 2. They haven't walked a single batter. It was just that 6th inning. A bunch of seeing eye singles. Swung on and missed there. 0-2. So just absolutely outstanding pitching by Mac Malcheski for the first 5. Matt Lopez gave up 5 hits and 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning. And then Quinn McGuire gave up 3 hits in an inning and a third. But nothing was hit incredibly hard. Breaking pitch, that one stays inside and it hits Brown. So tried that breaking pitch again. This time catches him in the back. So Blazkowicz hits his 2nd batter of the inning here, and that's on an 0-2 pitch. That's a tough one. So it puts the leading run in scoring position for Chris Suriel. Chris is 1 for 3. He singled to start off the 6th and struck out to end the 6th. Got 2 on here with 2 outs, and he swings through that first pitch for a strike. Just past the 2-hour mark, or we're at the 2-hour mark. 2 hours and 1 minute as I was talking. The time switched over, so game started at 1:04. It was 61 degrees and sunny. It's still 60 degrees and sunny, but it's now 3:05, and the count's 0-2 on Chris Suriel. Blazkowicz looking to get out of this jam that he's created for himself with a couple of hit batters. And he does as he blows Suriel away with the high heat. We head to the bottom of the 8th. St. Francis looking to end this one. We're tied at 8. We head to the bottom of the 8th, and St. Francis will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate against Hunter Morrison here in the bottom of the 8th. Morrison on for his 2nd inning of relief. Alex Martinez, Liam Higgins, and Jake Vera here in the 8th. Alex 1 for 3 in this one. He singled back in the 3rd and has struck out twice since then, once looking, once swinging. Takes that pitch outside for a ball. And this is the man you want up leading off an inning. He leads the team in walks, 23 walks in 32 games. On-base percentage close to .440. So if there's anybody to lead off an inning, it would be this man. Takes that one low for a ball, and he's heading the count 2-0. Liam Higgins. Pitches upstairs for a ball, and standing in the on-deck circle, it looks like that's Jake Lasota down there, team's leading hitter, so it's always nice when you can bring a 380 hitter up here in extra innings to try to give your team the win. Martinez ahead in the count 3-0. Takes that one in there for a strike. Martinez looking to draw a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th. Crazy 8s. We're knotted at 8 in the 8th. Martinez pops that one up. Shallow center field. In on it comes Wing. Makes a step or two to his left. Has to fight off the sun, but he's able to do that to retire Martinez for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that will bring up Jake Lasota. Pinch hitting for Liam Higgins. Liam went 0 for 1, had a sac bunt, walked and scored, and grounded out. Lasota hits the first pitch he sees to the shortstop, and he is out for the second out here in the 8th. So Lasota not wasting any time swinging at that first pitch. 2 away, and that will bring up Jake Vera. Jake had a no-doubter to right center field his last time up to get St. Francis at the time to within a run. It was 8-6 going into the bottom of the 7th. St. Francis would score a pair. The first one was on Jake's second home run of the season. Squares to bunt, takes that one inside for a ball. If Vera reaches, Noah Carraro would bat next. There is some light action down in the St. Francis pen. Pitches upstairs, 2-0. See if Blazkowicz comes out for that second inning. My guess is he probably will. Hopefully we don't need to. Hopefully Jake can end it with one swing right here. He tries as he swings and misses there. 2-1. So Morrison's now gone an inning and a third. He's given up a couple of hits and a run. Walked one, struck out one. That one's outside to Vera. 3-1. Jake's reached twice. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th, and then that home run last time up. So looking to get on base for a third time today. And that one's called a strike at the knees. 3-2. Eight runs, 10 hits, no errors for Aquinas. 8-2 for St. Francis. The payoff pitch from Morrison to Vera. Grounded to the right side, fielded on the backhand by Hughes, flipped to first. Pitcher covering, and that will retire the side. So we go to the 9th, still tied at 8. So, supposed to be a pair of 7-inning doubleheaders, and these two teams said, you know what, it's so nice out, let's just play 9 instead. So we are in the 9th inning here of game number 1, all square at 8. And Zach Blazkowicz will come out for his second inning of work, and he will face 9, 1, and 2 in the Aquinas batting order. That's Sean Wing, Dane Smits, and Nathan Hughes. Wing took that first pitch over for a strike, and he's been a problem out of the number 9 hole. He's reached base 3 times. Misses there for a ball. First time up, he reached on an error and was thrown out trying to stretch that 2-base error into a 3-base error, and then singled in the 6th and singled in the 7th. That one catches the outside corner. Sort of a 3/4, almost sidearm motion from Zach. It's a very whipping motion that can be kind of not distracting, but can kind of catch you off guard with that outside pitch as Wing just gets a piece of it, 1-2. 8-8 here in the 9th. St. Francis took a 6-1 lead. They had to come from behind in the 7th. Wing hits that one high in the air, out to right field. Tumulty back, and he makes the two-handed catch. 1 away here in the 9th. Dane Smits steps in now. Leadoff hitter is 1 for 3. He singled and drove in a run in the 6th. Had a sac bunt in the 7th. Came in batting .410 on the year for Aquinas out of that leadoff spot. The lefty, Alex Martinez, even with the bag at third. Pitch is up and away for a ball. That one is inside for a ball. Almost gets Smits there. He backs away 2-0. Nathan Hughes in the on-deck circle, and if anybody reaches, Mark Binkowski would hit. Here in the 9th. Big cut and a miss by Smits. 2-1. Jammed him. Diving stop over there by Maffey. Throw to first. And Blazkowicz covers his position well. 3-1 on the putout. 2 away here in the 9th. Nice play by Maffey. Doing it all with the bat and in the field with the glove. 2 away here in the 9th. And Nathan Hughes steps in for Aquinas. Hughes 1 for 3. Has reached base twice, was hit by a pitch in the 1st, singled in the 6th, flew out his last time up in the 7th. 2 outs here in the 9th inning, 8-8. Pitches upstairs for a ball. Off the bat, I didn't think that Maffey had a shot at Smits there, but he got to that ball quickly. And nice job by Zach to cover first base. An accurate flip from Eric to Zach. And that one's hit off the handle of the bat, back to left field. And Vera will make the catch there. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. St. Francis looking to end this one. We're all tied at 8. We head to the bottom of the 9th. 2-3-4 against Hunter Morrison, who is making his 3rd inning of relief here, starting his 3rd inning of relief here in the 9th. Noah Carraro, Eric Maffey, and John McGuire. Noah's reached base twice. Walked and scored in the 3rd, doubled, drove in a pair, and scored in the 5th. Struck out looking on a questionable call his last time up in the 7th. He leads off here in the 9th against Hunter Morrison. Third baseman Chris Suriel even with the bag. Pitch is outside. 4 ball to Carraro. Here comes the 1-0. Popped straight up. Third baseman Suriel calls for it. He's called off by Binkowski, who puts him away. 1 out here in the 6th. Eric Maffey steps in, and Aquinas has had absolutely no answer for the big first baseman. Eric 4 for 4 in the game with a home run and 4 runs knocked in. He came in batting .373. That average got to be up around 400 now with his 4 for 4 today. Home run, 2 doubles, 4 runs knocked in, and a couple of runs scored. And he takes that one in there for a strike. Last time up, he doubled with 1 out and would come in to score on the double by Luke Ketchum. That one's topped foul. 0-2. Maffey followed by John McGuire, and if anybody reaches, Luke Ketchum would hit. Love to see Luke get an opportunity to hit here in the bottom of the 9th with the score tied at 8. 0-2 on Maffey. Here comes the pitch. Up and away for a ball. Morrison is ready. Delivers. That one misses, just misses for a ball. 2-2. That one's hit back to the pitcher. Underhanded over to first. And they get Maffey for the first time today on the ground out back to the pitcher, Morrison. So 2 away. And the cleanup hitter, John McGuire. And John's due. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first, struck out looking in the third, and then a couple of ground outs to short. So he is due. See if he can keep this lineup going. See if he can keep this this inning going and get it to Luke Ketchum. Pitch is in there for a strike to McGuire. 0-1. John, 1 home run on the year, in case you were wondering. Hits that one out to center field. It came off the end of the bat, it looked like, and the catch is going to be made out there by Sean Wing to retire the side. So St. Francis goes in order here in the 9th, and we go to extras. We go to the 10th. Still tied at 8. Zach Blazkowicz out there for his 3rd inning of relief, and he will face 3-4-5 for Aquinas. Mark Binkowski, Braden Naraki, and Jake Paganelli. 2 shutout and hitless, innings for Blazkowicz here thus far. First pitch to Binkowski is swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1. Binkowski 1 for 3 on the day. A couple of runs knocked in. Has RBIs in his last 2 plate appearances. RBI fielder's choice in the 6th and an RBI single in the 7th. We're in the 10th. That one is on the corner for a strike. Nothing and... Oh, I guess that one was called a ball. 1-1. No, that was called a strike. Nothing and 2. Scoreboard operator threw me for a loop. I think he thought it was a ball, but it is nothing and 2 on Binkowski. That one catches the outside corner, called strike 3. Binkowski did not like it. Thought that was outside, but that will be the first out of the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Blazkowicz. 1 away here in the 10th. Brendan Araki steps in. He's 0 for 4. A couple of flyouts to right and a couple of pop-ups on the infield. We're in the 10th. Did not think we were going to be playing this much baseball today when St. Francis took a 6-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th. That one misses for a ball. Fighting Saints were up 6-1. 4 RBIs for Eric Maffey, a 2-run double by Noah Carraro. And things were looking good as Mac Malcheski gave up just 1 hit in 5 innings, but the proverbial wheels fell off St. Francis wagon in the 6th as Aquinas would score 6 runs on 7 singles. As Naraki's ahead in the count here, 3-0. So Blazkowicz has gone 2 1/3, hasn't given up a hit. He hasn't walked anybody. He struck out 2, and there's his first walk of the game, a 1-out walk to Naraki in the 10th. He has hit 2 batters, so he has put a couple of men on. Pitched a 1-2-3 9th. And Jake Paganelli steps in, and he's had himself a game. He's been on base 3 times. Was hit by a pitch his last time up, had an RBI single in the 6th, and broke up Mac Malcheski's no-hitter. That one catches the outside corner for a strike. Malcheski had a no-hitter for 4 1/3 innings, and he gave up a solo home run to Paganelli that broke that up. Mac pitched really, really well. 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, struck out 1 in 5. That one gets away, and down to second will go Naraki on the wild pitch. Count is even at 1, so runner in scoring position here in the top of the 10th for Paganelli. Tyler Zomerly will bat next. Paganelli digs into that left-handed batter's box. Blazkowicz looks in, bends over at the waist, gets the signal. Glove up by his shoulder. Comes set, checks the runner. Naraki at second, comes home with the 1-1. That one's blocked in the dirt, 2-1. John McGuire, the second baseman, standing back on the outfield grass for Paganelli, who's put some good swings on the baseball this afternoon for Aquinas. That one misses upstairs for a ball, 3-1. So after not walking anybody through 2 1/3 innings, Zach Blazkowicz has sort of lost the strike zone here a little bit with the last 2 batters. Walked Naraki on 5 pitches, gone 3-1 here on Paganelli. And that one's going to get up over the head of the second baseman. And into third goes Naraki. He's going to come in to score. Throw down to second, not going to be made. And Paganelli continues to cause trouble for St. Francis as he picks up his 3rd RBI of the game. And Aquinas takes a 9-8 lead. No reason to make that throw to the plate there. And that just allowed Paganelli to go into scoring position on his own. So Jake Paganelli, 3 for 4 with 3 runs knocked in. And Tyler Zomerly will step in now. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single of his own back in the 6th. Swing and a miss by Zomerly, 0-1. So looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th, it'll be Ketchum, Sam Tumulty, and Scott Tumulty in the bottom of the 10th inning. Blazkowicz steps off. Pitch misses away for a ball, 1-1. Nine runs now on 11 singles for Aquinas. 8 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for St. Francis. Blazkowicz misses outside again, 2-1. Have to think if Zommerly gets on that might be it for Zach. There was a pitcher warming up, but he's ready to go down there, a right-hander. So see what happens here if Zommerly is able to get on base. And he's hit in the head on a breaking pitch, but goes down to first. He looks to be just fine. Took a slow breaking pitch off the dome, if you will. And that is, I believe, going to do it for Zach. We are going to have a pitching change here from DuPage Medical Group Field. We'll come back with the details right after this. New pitcher on the mound here for St. Francis as they try to get through the bottom or the top of the 10th inning without any more damage is Nick Clemens. Nick on the season making his 12th appearance. All of them have been in relief. He's 1-1 with a 2.70 earned run average. He's pitched 10 innings. He's given up 7 hits. Does have a bit of a bugaboo with the walk. His walk's 9 in 10 innings and has struck out 6. Opponent's batting just .206 against the senior righty. 6'1", 165 pounds, and he will face Braden Brown. Brown squares to bunt. That one goes foul. Pitch up and in on Brown. He still managed to get the bat on that one and hit a soft little line drive foul down the third baseline. So the runner at second is Paganelli. The runner at first is Tyler Zommerly. Braden Brown at the plate counts 0-1. Zach Blazkowicz pitched 2 1/3 innings, responsible for both runners. Gave up a hit, walked 1, struck out 2. Brown tips that one foul. Oh, and 2 the count on Brown. Clemens is ready. The runners take their leads. Clemens bounces off that front foot, comes home with the pitch. Misses the outside edge for a ball, 1-2. Clemens with the 1-2 again. Long look in. Swung on and missed at the breaking pitch. 2 away here in the 10th inning. Keeps those runners right where they are. Chris Suriel steps in. Chris 1 for 4. He singled and scored back in the 6th. This struck out swinging his last 2 plate appearances. If he reaches, Sean Wing would get a chance to hit here in the 10th. Misses downstairs. Clemens looking to work out of a first and second one-out jam. He was able to strike out Brown. Looking to get surreal here. And he pops that one straight back over our heads. 1-1. Lands on the roof, and we'll watch it roll back. Surreal had the first hit in that sixth-run sixth inning. Also made the last out of that inning as Aquinas sent 10 men to the plate in that sixth inning. 6 runs on 7 singles. They have 9 runs in this game, 11 singles, not a single extra base hit. That one's popped foul and just out of the reach of the first baseman, Eric Maffey. Count will go to 1-2. Surreal is set. Clemens is ready. Checks Paganelli at second. Long wait, and he steps off. Do the 1-2 again. Pinch running down at second base. It looks like number 33. It's Garrett Cheslick. The 1-2. Cheslick goes. The throw is in the dirt, and both runners are going to move up on the double steal with 2 outs in the 10th inning. Not something you see every day. The ball was dropped by the catcher Higgins, and both runners move up. Count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 now from Clemens. 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 outs in the 10th. Blocked in the dirt. Count goes full. Clemens looking to get out of this. Keep this a 1-run game and give St. Francis an opportunity in the bottom of the 10th. Ball's way upstairs, and Surreal will draw a 2-out walk here. So the bases are now loaded in the bottom of the 10th inning, and the number 9 hitter, Sean Wing, will step in. Sean's 2 for 3. Couple of singles, couple of runs scored. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. St. Francis trails 9-8 after leading this one 6-1 going into the 6th inning. First pitch to Wing is in there for a strike. And you have to wonder if once those 2 batters stole second and third, that there was sort of an unintentional or an intentional unintentional walk, as Surreal didn't really get anything to hit there. It loads the bases and creates a force at any base. That one's hit in the air over to the right side. In on it comes Sam Tumulty, and he will retire the side. Aquinas does pick up a run, though, in the 10th. We head to the bottom of the 10th. St. Francis needs 1 to keep this thing going. It's 9-8. We head to the bottom of the 10th, and Hunter Morrison getting ready for his 4th inning of relief here. He's given up 1 run in 3 innings of work. Came in with an ERA north of 8, but has limited this high-powered St. Francis offense to 1 run and 2 hits here through 3 innings, and he has set down the last 7 Saints batters he's faced, and he faces a very dangerous batter to lead off the bottom of the 10th, Luke Ketchum. Luke had a 2-out RBI double his last time up to tie this game way back in the 7th inning. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Luke leads the team in both home runs and RBIs, 11 home runs, and he picked up his 40th RBI of the season back in the 7th. That one's over for a strike as well. No, that one missed, I think, for a ball, actually. No, it is 0-2. That one's low for a ball, 1-2. So it's Ketchum, Sam Tumulty, and Scott Tumulty, and if anybody reaches, Alex Martinez would hit. St. Francis needs 1, or they will drop the first game of this doubleheader. Blocked in the dirt there, 2-2. Wind is still blowing out towards center and right center field, and that's where the home runs have been hit today. We've had 1 to center, 1 to right center, and 1 to right. That one's hit on the button, out to center, back on it goes Wing, and he puts it away for the first out here in the 10th. It's 8 in a row now, set down by Morrison. Sam Tumulty comes up now. Sam is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the 2nd, grounded into a double play in the 4th, was hit by a pitch in the 6th, and was intentionally walked back in the 7th. He was the last batter to reach for St. Francis, that intentional walk in the 7th. Check swing there, foul. Scott Tumulty in the on-deck circle. The righty Sam followed by the lefty Scott against the righty Hunter Morrison for Aquinas. It's grounded to 3rd, just foul, 0-2 now. Sam, no home runs, 13 RBIs on the season. The next batter, Scott, has 3 home runs. Allen's going to get up the middle for a base hit. So 9 in a row set down by Morrison, but a 1-out single here in the 10th. Sam Tumulty at first. Scott Tumulty steps in now. Scott's due. It's 0 for 3. Had an RBI, or had a sac bunt back in the 6th, but 2 groundouts and a sandwiched around a strikeout back in the 4th. Scott came in at .303 on the season with 3 home runs and 13 RBIs, so he does have some pop in that bat. See if he can get under one here and get it up into that breeze. That one misses for a ball. Martinez in the on-deck circle. That one on the corner for a strike. We're in the 10th. This was supposed to be a 7-inning game 1. It's turned into a 10-inning extra inning affair game 1. Game 2 will follow. Breaking pitch stays upstairs for a ball. So Hunter Morrison has gone 3 1/3 innings here. He's allowed now 3 hits, 1 run. He has walked 1 intentionally and struck 1 out. He's looking for the victory. Swing and miss at the outside pitch there, 2-2. Morrison looking for his 4th win of the season. That would tie for the team lead in wins. Right now, Zach Blazkowicz is on the hook. 2-2. Foul tipped into the mitt, caught by the catcher Paganelli, and that is 2 away here in the 10th. It will come down to the third baseman, Alex Martinez. Alex 1 for 4. He singled and scored back in the third. Couple of strikeouts, and he flew out in the 8th. Liam Higgins in the on-deck circle for St. Francis. 2 away in the 10th inning. It was grounded foul past third. 0-1. Throw over to first, and Tumulty is back in safely. That one misses for a ball. Count is 1-1 on the number 8 hitter. The third baseman today, Alex Martinez. Looking to keep this one going here. Bottom of the 10th, St. Francis trails 9-8. Breaking pitch does catch the corner for a strike. 1-2 now. St. Francis down to their final strike. If Martinez reaches, Liam Higgins would get a chance to hit here in the 10th. Fouled straight back. Alex staying alive at the count, 1-2. Morrison is ready. Kicks and fires. That one's blocked in the dirt. 2-2. Alex, 1 home run on the season. Very patient hitter. Here comes the 2-2. That one misses for a ball. So Sam Tumulty will be off with the pitch here. So if Alex can find a gap someplace, Sam should be able to come around to score. 3-2 the count. Martinez digs in. Sam Tumulty takes his lead at first. Hunter Morrison is ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. That misses for a ball, and St. Francis staying alive as they put the tying run at second, lead run at first here in the bottom of the 10th. That will bring up now the number 9 hitter, Liam Higgins. Liam's 0 for 2. 0 for 1, rather. He was pinch hit for in the 8th. Grounded out in the 6th, walked and scored in the 5th, and had a sac bunt in the 3rd. So first and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the 10th, Liam Higgins at the dish. Liam 5 for 25 batting coming into this one this afternoon. Swings at the first pitch and misses. 0-1. It's 2 RBIs on the season, 1 extra base hit, a double. Like to see him pull one down the line, although that third baseman, Chris Suriel, is standing almost right on top of that line. That one catches the corner, 0-2. So Higgins quickly down to his last strike here. Runner at second is Sam Tumulty. Runner at first is Alex Martinez. Hunter Morrison is ready. He kicks and fires. That one just misses the corner. 1-2 now. If Higgins reaches, Jake Vera would get a chance to hit. There's no action down in the Aquinas bullpen, so this is Morrison's to finish. The 1-2. Misses low again. 2-2. It's a good at bat by Liam here as he tries to extend this game. Deep breath from Liam as he steps out of the box. 2-2 now to Higgins. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will retire the side. And Aquinas comes back from a 6-1 deficit to take game 1 of this doubleheader in extra innings. They win this one by the final score of 9-8. 9 runs on 11 hits, no errors for Aquinas. 8 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for St. Francis. Hunter Morrison picks up the win. He goes 4 innings of relief, gives up 3 hits, 1 run, walks 2, strikes out 3. Zach Blazkowicz on the hook for the loss, gives up a run in an inning and 2/3. And unfortunately, this wastes a beautiful pitching performance by Mac Malcheski, who pitched 5 innings, gave up just 1 hit, striking out 1. So again, your final score here in game number 1. Aquinas 9, St. Francis 8. We will be back with game 2 here in just a little bit.